A strategic flight, the US B-52 bomber sends a clear signal amid rising tensions. The appearance of a US Air Force B-52 Stratofortress in European skies this week drew global attention, not because of any direct confrontation, but because of the message it carried. In an era where major powers test boundaries and diplomatic pressure constantly shifts, even a single flight can speak louder than a formal statement. A mission designed to be seen. The B-52 is a familiar symbol of American long-range strength. Its presence was not accidental, and certainly not subtle. These missions are planned to demonstrate readiness, reassure allies, and remind competitors that the United States retains unmatched strategic reach. The aircraft's long, deliberate flight path served as a public reminder that U.S. forces can project power across continents when necessary. It was not an act of aggression, but a calculated display of presence, visible, unmistakable, and intentionally calm. Why the B-52 still captivates the world. Even after 6 decades of service, the B-52 remains one of the most recognizable military aircraft in history. Its size, endurance, and ability to carry a wide range of weapons ensure it still plays a central role in U.S. strategy. For observers, the bomber symbolizes long-range deterrence, strategic stability, the ability to respond quickly to emerging threats, a steady American presence in regions facing tension. When it appears near areas closely watched by Moscow, it naturally becomes a point of global interest. How Russia interprets the signal. Official reactions tend to be measured, but the meaning behind the flight is clear. The United States and its NATO partners regularly conduct these operations to demonstrate unity and readiness. For Russia, the flight serves as a reminder that any aggressive move would be met by an alliance with significant capabilities. Although no confrontation took place, the message was unmistakable. The U.S. remains committed to protecting its allies and maintaining strategic balance in the region. A story of deterrence, not escalation. These operations are often misunderstood as attempts to provoke. In reality, they are part of ongoing efforts to maintain stability and prevent conflict. Deterrence works best when it is visible, predictable, and backed by capability. The B-52 flight checked all 3 boxes. It showed that the United States is engaged, informed, and prepared to support its partners without escalating tension unnecessarily. The broader implication. Beyond the headlines, this mission highlights a more important truth about modern geopolitics. Strength is communicated not only through action, but through posture. When a B-52 flies over Europe, the world pays attention, not out of fear, but because it represents a steady, deliberate approach to global security. The flight served as a reminder that in a time of uncertainty, strategic presence remains one of the most powerful tools available to prevent misunderstandings and maintain peace. The recent flight of the US B-52 bomber was more than a routine mission. It was a strategic message delivered through presence, precision, and timing. Without firing a shot, the aircraft demonstrated the ability of the United States to project power across continents and reassure its allies during periods of uncertainty. For nations watching closely, including Russia, the message was unmistakable. The balance of stability in the region remains firmly supported by U.S. strength and NATO cooperation. As global tensions continue to evolve, missions like this one will play an increasingly important role. They show that deterrence is not about confrontation. It is about visibility, preparation, and the quiet confidence that comes from capability. In the end, the B-52's flight served as a reminder that maintaining peace often depends on the power to prevent conflict before it begins.